Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you here on a Wednesday night from Los Angeles, California. Having some technical difficulties, man. Let me know, one, if you can hear me. Had to switch the format up. It was giving me problems. Appreciate it. Thank you. I've had to switch up the format. So, like I said, technical difficulties on StreamYard's part, working through it. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys having a good night outside of that debacle in Memphis by our Los Angeles Lakers tonight, man. So shout out to you guys for tuning in. Horrible L tonight. Horrible road trip for the Los Angeles Lakers, man, as they lost 131 to 114 in Memphis. And not a lot of good things to say about tonight, obviously. I understand LeBron James had 39 points. I understand he had 7 rebounds. I understand he had 6 assists. I understand that he shot 55% from 3 at 6 of 11. I understand that he shot 63% overall at 15 for 24. Completely understand all that. He did have 5 turnovers. But LeBron James tonight, while he was on the floor, was a minus 21 tonight in about 35 minutes of play. That's not to sit here and rip LeBron for it. It just basically he had to try to do too much. And when LeBron has to try to do too much, and no AD out there, obviously, no Rui out there, obviously, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in double figures. Braun damn near 40. Austin Reeves got 19, but 7 of 17, 2 of 9 from 3 again. D'Lo, 2 of 9 from 3 again himself with 12 points. And Cam Reddish, 5 of 7, 2 of 2 from 3, 15 points. It was almost like the lone bright spot as far as a guy who kind of stepped in and next man up mentality, right? Braun did his thing out there, but you can't expect a guy at 39 years old to carry you, the wins on the road like that. He's paid like a guy, that's a superstar, but he's 39, right? So it's great when he shows out. He had a great performance tonight. If we have AD, we probably win, but we don't have AD. We don't have Christian Wood. We don't have Vando. We don't have guys, and this is the same kind of story to how last season started. Guys out, rotations kind of guys not filling their roles. Things starting to fall apart here. It looks like Max Christie has already lost his spot to Cam Reddish. So there's a lot of things going on here with this team. And it's kind of what I've been telling you guys all off season, all preseason, and in the beginning of this season, even though I've been heavily covering the Dodgers, my kind of approach to this team has been the same. This team had and still does have a lot more problems than Darvin Ham. I've been trying to tell you guys this from the get-go. Again, this does not mean that Darvin Ham was not a problem. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the bust did not just stop with him. Removing Darvin Ham did not simply fix this team. It doesn't, and it won't. It's not gonna do that. And I said here, and I also told you guys that during the honeymoon period where things are going great, everyone's saying the right thing, training camp, preseason, everyone's kumbaya, everyone loves JJ. But I told y'all, as soon as they started to hit some pressure, as soon as they started to hit some bumps in the road, as soon as things started to get a little ugly, he was going to flip out, and he was going to start snapping on people. His press conferences were going to be crazy. He was going to start being rude to people, and we're starting to see that. We're starting to see that from JJ Redick. And to be fair, I knew that was coming. I said it was coming, so I can't say it's out of character. It's how he's wired. He absolutely hates and cannot stand losing. And so this is going to be his kind of attitude and his performance at press conferences after losses. This is just what it's going to be. But JJ's going to have to realize this is a long season. He's going to have a lot of games like this. This was a horrible road trip. The team played, pretty well to start the season, but they were front loaded at home. They went on a 5-game road trip immediately after that and just fell apart. The loss in Detroit was very bad. Had the night off last night. Coming today, no AD, no Rui. Having to have LeBron carry the load at 35 minutes with 39 points and really not getting any type of efficiency from anyone else outside of Cam Reddish. A lot of guys are not playing well. Max Christie's not playing well. Like I said, he basically got benched. Gabe Vincent is being bashed all over social media. He's not playing well. Our starting backcourt, you guys know this. I've been telling you guys this for a good 2 years now. Our starting backcourt is not effective and cannot get it done unless they have someone at the 3 who can guard people. That's just the truth. Without a Vando out there, without someone who can play some legitimate defense, there's really nothing that backcourt can get done. They just can't do it. They can't stop anybody. If they're not making their shots, they hurt your team. They hurt your team. So one way or another, they're going to have to break that backcourt up, starting backcourt. These guys are not two terrible basketball players. They just are not two starters that should start together on a team without a legitimate wing defender. And we don't have that wing defender and you don't have AD, then you're just playing with fire having them starting out there like that. And this is exactly what Darvin did, right? When Vando was hurt, this is exactly what he did. And then when he did put him in there with Rui, they kind of hit a little bit of a rhythm there. D'Lo was playing out of his mind, but eventually that wasn't going to be sustainable in the playoffs because you weren't going to be able to guard anybody, right? So without Vando and AD out there to really help guard anyone on the perimeter, you could have 2 or 3 bigs out there. You could have AD and another legitimate big. At the end of the day, I continue to tell you guys this team does not play defense. If you had 2 bigs out there, but your perimeter defense has no point of attack defender, then your bigs are still going to get eaten up. They're going to pull them out. They're going to attack them. They're going to get them in foul trouble. It's still going to lead to a ton of problems. You still need someone who can guard the perimeter, who can guard the wing, and can help AD on the boards and in transition defense. These are 3 glaring holes in this lineup that no head coach was going to fix. None. They killed Darvin Ham, and it's going to continue to kill JJ Redick until they fix these holes in their lineup. Now, will it be this year? I don't know. If they continue to play like this, I don't see the team sacrificing their future to save this team. Just what I said all year last year. They're not going to save this team. And if this team continues to play like this, they're not going to save this team. They're not going to do it. Like, Bron, you got your money. AD, you've gotten your money. JJ, you've got your money. All right, we're still going to sell out. And then when Bron is done, then we'll go and we'll rebuild this roster. But right now, they're not going to do it. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. They should. They should look to improve this team. You're paying LeBron James $50 million. You're paying AD very well, right? Why waste a year of AD, who's playing like one of the top 3 players in the league right now? AD right now, if the Lakers record was anything decent, he would be an MVP candidate. He would be Defensive Player of the Year candidate, All NBA first team, All NBA defensive first team, everything across the board. AD would be in every category. He would be up for every award. He really would. But the Lakers record is not probably going to be good enough to where AD is going to be able to qualify for any type of award from a voting standpoint, because the Lakers record isn't going to be a top 5 in the West. And so they are basically handcuffing Anthony Davis's ability to win any hardware and win any awards for himself. And obviously it's a team sport, and he probably cares more about the team playing well than winning those individually. But it really isn't necessarily individual, because if AD is up for those awards and winning those awards, that means the team collectively is having a fantastic season. And that's exactly what this team needs for AD to get his hardware, is to have a fantastic season. So one hand kind of washes the other there, but it's very frustrating to watch this team play. As soon as you got out of that little honeymoon there where everyone was all just talking up each other, bigging up each other, which was great to hear. It's great to hear. But I told you guys, it was like starting school at that age. Now you got to keep it. Training camp, everyone says the same cliches. Preseason, same cliches. First couple wins, same cliches. When the rubber meets the road, man, that's when you really start to see what a team is made of. That's when you really start to see how tight a team is. And AD's already starting to pop off there. He's already started to say things. He's already, started saying similar things to what he said at the end of last season, right? Saying the same things. But Darvin Ham's not there now. There's no whipping boy now. JJ's got a long-term contract, 4 or 5 year deal, right? So he's there. He's going nowhere this year. He's going nowhere next year. Even if JJ is absolute trash, and I'm not saying he is, and I don't think he is, he's here for 2 years. He's here for 2 years, just like Darvin was for 2 years. So at the end of the day, he's got to get to work. He's got to figure this out. He's got to get in the lab with his assistants. The difference between JJ and Darvin is Darvin didn't have assistants to get in that film room with and try to get this together and try to build this and put it back together. Darvin didn't have that. That's partially Darvin's fault. But JJ has that. He has LeBron James. He has Anthony Davis. He has an incredible assistant coaching staff. He needs to get in there. He needs to figure it out, because JJ, my man, this is what you signed up for. This is exactly what you signed up for. You weren't going to come in here with a purple and gold umbrella parachute and land here and save the world. You weren't going to pull up and save Laker Nation by yourself. No, that wasn't going to happen. Rob's got to do his part. Jeannie's got to do his part. Bron and AD got to do their part. This wasn't going to be and never is going to be all on JJ. However, he cannot let this season get as bad as Darvin let it get. He cannot let this season get as toxic as Darvin let it get. We can't go through that again. We can't go through that again. This team was borderline impossible to watch last year. They're teetering on that again this year. Losing that Detroit game and then coming into this Memphis game. These are bad losses. These are bad losses. And you can handle losing in Phoenix when you got down big. You were up big and you blew that lead. That was terrible. But losing to a team like Phoenix on the road, okay, you can live with that. You can live with that. But you cannot get out here and lose to these teams like the Detroit Pistons. You can't do that. And the wheels are starting to fall off early again. And the start of the Lakers season has been our doom, losing too many games early in November and December. They come back to kill us at the end of the year. And here we go again, right? And this is the same old Lakers. Same old Lakers, man, just a different night. Same old Lakers, just a different season. It is what it is. I kept trying to tell everybody. Look, simply removing Darvin Ham was not going to solve all our problems. And it never was, never will. Never was, never will. And like I said, you had people freaking out after they lost the 2 in a row, right? Then they go and they beat Toronto. Everyone was back up again. Everyone loved JJ again. Now you're in this stretch. They're freaking out again. They're all over the place, right? All over the place. You got people pom-pomming after each win. You got people jumping off bridges after each loss. What's that sound like? Living and dying with every game we play, right? Sounds the same thing, right? But at the end of the day, I'm staying steady. I'm steady as they go. This team's got problems. This team has always had problems. I don't know if this team is savable this season. I don't know. But like I've been telling you guys, this is who we are. We need a whole reboot from this organization. We absolutely do, but we're not going to get it. Genie's not going to sell. Genie's more than likely not going to fire Pelinka. This is our coach for the foreseeable future. LeBron James is our top star for at least this year, probably next year, because he's got that guaranteed money. This is probably who we are until Bron is done. And I don't want to accept that. I really don't. I wish things were different, but that's kind of where my expectations are. And again, I want to clarify, this is no shade on LeBron James. This is absolutely no shade on LeBron James. Had the Lakers provided a halfway decent roster to put around Bron and AD, to lighten the load on Bron from a ball handling and guard perspective, another big to limit the load on AD's perspective from being literally the only big we got, and having any type of 3-and-D wing guy that can stay on the floor and stay healthy. The Lakers have not been able to provide that for their stars. So while I have no problem being critical of Bron and AD, this starts at the top. This starts at the top. And there's a lot of people who don't believe that the Lakers organization top priority is winning. They believe it's making money first, and if we win, so be it. That's a lot of people that feel that way. A whole lot of people that feel that way. And I'm talking fans. I'm talking people in the industry. I'm talking about people who cover the team. There's a lot of people who feel that the Lakers are just going to ride this LeBron James cash cow until it no longer deposits anymore. And they're fine with it. They're fine with it. Now, would they love to win? Absolutely. Would they love to make money and win? Absolutely. But make no mistake about it, their priority right now is that bank account. It's the bank account. And at the end of the day, we have to almost start wrapping our minds around that. This is our team. We love them. We watch every game. But at the end of the day, since 2021, we were solid. We got hurt. They blew that up. Since 2021, this is who we are. At some point, expecting anything different makes us insane. They've been telling us who they are since 2021. They really have. They've been telling us who they are since 2021, and we've been expecting different. That makes us insane. I don't expect different no more. I really don't. I want to be shocked, and I want to be wrong. I've told you guys this multiple times. I want to be wrong. I want to be shocked. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be made fun of. I want to be ripped to shreds for being wrong. I want that. Bring it on. I hope I am wrong. I pray to the basketball gods that I am wrong. I don't think I am, though. But I hope I am. Because this team has too many holes to fix on a ship that is sinking. Too many holes. Now, you can clog a hole or two and get out to sea. But other holes are just going to pop open. You're going to start retaining water. You are. And, you know, shout out to the Bucks family, man, for getting that money, man, for themselves, right? But they're not one of these super billionaire owners. They're not those guys. I wish to God they'd sell to one of those guys. There's some pretty good guys over there running the Los Angeles Dodgers that are already in the Lakers building. They already got percentage in that building. They already got percentage in the team. They'd be a natural successor. Change all of our fortunes like that. Overnight. Probably not going to happen. Most likely not going to happen. I'd be shocked if it happened. Again, hope to be wrong. Hope to be wrong. Everything I'm saying tonight, I 100% hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I do not want to be right. But this team, we have become a team that nobody fears anymore. They respect the brand, but they don't really feel like, okay, we're gonna lose guys to the Lakers, right? They just count on us. They count on the team to do it wrong, and this is exactly where we are now. And I don't mean to come off anything other than what it is. This isn't a complete anti-Genie, anti-Rob, anti-Braun, anti-AD. It's not that. This isn't me trying to get people to uprise against the Lakers. This isn't me hoping for one of those corny ass protests they had some years back. That's not what this is. What this is trying to get people to understand that this is who we are now. This is who we are now. And I hate to say it. I hate to hear myself say it. But until Genie either sells the team or puts someone in a true president of basketball operation role that knows what they're doing and can turn this thing around on the business side of basketball that's on the floor, not the branding and then handling the brand, which I think Genie is great at, but being the head of basketball operations and final basketball decisions should not be her, should not be Rob. It shouldn't be. And as long as it is, this is going to be who we are. It just is. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in and went a little long there. My little intro. Appreciate you guys, man. I've been covering baseball for so long. I've been doing my best to not say Dodgers and say Lakers. A couple of times I almost slipped, man. But appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's been a rough night. I know the Lakers has everyone frustrated. This road trip has been abysmal. They got absolutely embarrassed today. It was not it's not a fun night to be a Laker fan, man. Grizzlies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures tonight. The Lakers just do not play defense, yo. 131 points tonight. I understand there's no AD. They didn't have their best defender. But if you take one look at this team, if you watch these games, their problem is defense. Their problem is defense. They've been scoring enough even without shooting the three well. They've been scoring. They cannot defend. They cannot defend. The rebounding is terrible. Second chance points. All the same things. All the same things. JJ can come in and talk about all the data, the sports science, the corner crashing, all that he wants. It's all fancy words to distract you from the fact that this is the same team as last year. This is the same team, y'all. Literally. Literally the same team. One Peruvian guy, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you for tuning in. Fire Robin Genie. Can't fire the owner. Daniel Berry was good, my guy. Thank you for tuning in. Search was good, my guy. I did what you asked. I think you should be okay here. I made the switch. I think you're good to go there. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for turning in, Search. Let's see. Please send Gabe to the sun. Yeah, there's a lot of people upset with Gabe right now, man. No, I got you, Search. I took care of it. I was trying to, I responded to your email earlier. You weren't coming up when I tried to just type in your name. So I went to the page, I did everything, wouldn't work. So I came over here and just added the wrench from the stream here. Also, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, you have to explain to me. I'm not even totally sure what happened there. Eric, what's going on, brother? Not much to say at this point. And that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, I'm not up here throwing a tantrum. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm up here really trying to just put the pieces together for everybody and get people to understand that this is just who we are. Going into a Laker game, people are excited. They want to see the game. They want to see their team win. They want to see their team compete. You have to lower your expectations for this team. Lower your expectations. And again, I will say this repeatedly throughout the night, throughout the season. I want to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they go on a 10-game winning streak right now and everyone go like, Jeff, you're stupid. That's what I want. I want to be stupid. All right? I want that. This team is giving me nothing to show me that that's going to happen. Clippers beating the bags out of Philly right now, 94-72. But no, there's nothing from this team. It was really fun to watch them the first couple games. But I told you guys, the momentum, everyone was happy, everyone was getting along. It was going to be that first bump. It was going to be that first test. It was going to be that first point where the first pressure of the season, where they faced back-to-back losses, where they went on a trip. I told you guys this on previous videos, multiple videos actually. I said the true test is going to be what's happening now. What happens when they go on a losing streak? What happens when they have a bad road trip? What happens in the dead middle of January where they hit an absolute skid and JJ's throwing tantrums? I kept telling you guys this, and we are here now. This is where they are. And they've got to get it right. Got to get it right. Speaking of getting it right, man, get your MLB, NBA, and NFL gear and more. Make sure to use our link at Fanatics to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel. Shout out to everyone who's already made their order on Fanatics for the Los Angeles Dodgers championship gear. Ton of orders. Man, incredible. Humbled. Incredible. Amazing. Thank you, guys. You can get your Dodgers, Lakers, whatever your football team, soccer team, memorabilia. Got some great Kobe plaques, great Kobe memorabilia. Make sure to use our link. Your order experience does not change. It's just when you order through Fanatics by using our link, the good people at Fanatics take care of us when you order through us. Because we partnered with them. So thank you guys so much who have done so already. And we appreciate you. Why you telling me to wake up, Serge? I had technical difficulties. I told you. All good. Shando, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you for tuning in. As always, let me catch up here. Let's see. Nico, what's good, Nico? This team is bad. We won't make it to the trade deadline, and we will end up just punting the year and just give the young guys some run. Nico, we are in a situation where this just may end up being the team for the rest of the season. I do not see the Lakers giving up anything of value via trade unless it's going to fix us now and later, right? It's going to have to be like a player that can help now and help for the next 5 years. If that player is not available, no deal is happening. Maybe something small on the margins, maybe something minor. Maybe you flip Gabe for something. Maybe you flip D'Lo for something, but nothing game-changing. Like nothing game-changing out there right now. I don't see it. Doesn't mean that can't change. It doesn't mean that other teams may look to have guys on their books that are maybe 3-4 years in length, and maybe they want to get off of them, and they're good players, but they just don't want them for the next 3-4 years because they want to reboot. It's going to have to be something like that. The Lakers are going to have to get lucky. They're going to have to get lucky. Outside of that, I don't see any type of major move coming to save this team right now. I just don't. Shando says, this is not a good team. Redick is good. He just doesn't have a team, man. This is a trash team. Well, it's the same team as last year. Darvin didn't get that same trust. You know what I mean? I think JJ's a much better coach than Darvin, 100%. But what I'm trying to say is this roster has been a problem for a while. He called out D'Lo. Yeah, he called out D'Lo. He had called out Gabe, saying being out there for like 18 minutes and not taking a shot. Calling out guys is cool and all. It's cool and all, but it ain't gonna lead to nothing if you're not in there putting in the work with them to get them right. Calling them out is all right, but got to put in the work. I like that he called out D'Lo. Let's see. D'Lo just get it from all directions. I knew this team was an injury or two away from sucking Rob Better Cook. Yeah, Shando. I mean, that's what they've been since 21. It's always been that. They were that in 21 ever since. This team is always an injury or two away. always. And that's exactly what they are right now. What's going on, Festo? They quit on JJ already. I don't know if they quit on him, but I can tell you this. JJ's way of doing things, I'm very interested to see over time if he does get tuned out. I'm rooting for JJ. I hope it works. But because he's so impatient and so angry and so condescending, I'm very curious to see how this looks 6 weeks from now. And that's what I was saying in the preseason. When he starts throwing tantrums, calling people out, not wanting to take blame, putting it on others, I want to see how that goes. I want to see how that goes. Shando says, move Gabe for AO and then move D'Lo for Capella. 2 trades where we can have a third team involved. It's not that easy. Teams got to want them. Let's see. If not, you're going to have to pay like crazy to get them off, and the Lakers aren't going to do that. Suns and Cavs are on fire. Yep, they are. They're playing well. Like I said, I'm okay with the Suns loss. I'm okay with the Cavs loss. The way I don't love them getting blown out. I don't love them blowing huge leads. But I guess if you just looked at the schedule, you would think, okay, I can accept those losses. They would have lost to Toronto. That would have been terrible. That Piston loss was just really, really bad. And the way they lost, it wasn't like they were just back and forth all game and they lost, a 3-minute stretch in the fourth quarter. No, they were getting killed the entire game. And that's terrible. Braun and AD both played in that game. That was terrible. Terrible. Call me crazy. I'd absolutely move Rui and Vando for Stewart and Tim Hardaway Jr. We need dogs. Yeah, I've been saying for a good year and a half now this team needs more dogs, definitely. Dan Inspiration, what's up, man? Got to get rid of dead weight, D'Lo, Gabe, Christie. Yeah, so again, we're sitting here and some things are kind of coming to light here, right? Maybe there was a reason they didn't play Christie last year. I don't know, right? Maybe there was a reason they didn't play him. They didn't see it. They didn't trust it. Now he was out there getting minutes after getting the bag, and it's just not there. Is he starting the season in a slump? Maybe. Expectations from the contract? Maybe. I don't think they're giving up on him completely. I think they're trying to switch things up and make things happen early. Darvin took way too long last year to make adjustments. That's a fact. Absolute fact. He was a dumbass for that. JJ is trying to go the other route and not wait till things get too far gone. He's switching things up early. But at the end of the day, you got a string of lights, and a lot of the lights don't work. You're going to lack brightness. All right. You're going to lack some lights. And the Lakers are a string of lights with a bunch of lights out. Right. They got 2 bright lights, and the rest of them just kind of flicker. And Rob and Jeannie put them in that position. And I just don't know if they're going to remove them from that position anytime soon. Shando says, Stewart would help Braun and AD too. Stewart can shoot and guard the perimeter and bigs. Yeah, I just don't know about him and Braun on the same team, man. I don't know about that. Mr. Layback, what's up, my guy? Lakers need to get their shit together. Absolutely. They need to get it all the way together. You got too many problems here, man. Too many holes to fix, y'all. Too many holes to fix. Like this isn't something you can just fix right away, y'all. It's not. This is not something that one move is going to fix. This isn't something, just getting Vandal back is going to fix. There is going to need to be a series of events that starts with a small move, that starts with someone, filling a role that someone else isn't doing. This team has to be good enough for the front office to want to sacrifice value, future assets to improve this team now. This team has to convince the front office. I told you guys this earlier. Like, is this team going to be good enough, long enough to where the front office is like, okay, let's invest in this team, to where JJ is going to be beating down the door upstairs in El Segundo saying, fix this team. Fix this team. And right now, if he goes to say, fix this team, they're like, that's what we paid you for. Go fix that team down there. Everyone told us it was Darvin. So go fix them if it was Darvin. So when he comes back and says, I can't fix this, he's the same as Darvin, right? He's going to have to give them something. He has to. He says, if we get to 50 likes, we're giving away memberships. That's what's up, Serge. We're giving away memberships. We are currently at 15 likes right now. I don't know if we're going to get to 50 during the live, Serge. We'll try. 15 likes, man. 50 likes, 50. We'll give away some memberships here, man. 5050. Appreciate you. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Appreciate you as always. Search. What do you think about Coloco's game? Could he be a solid role player? And what is his player comp? Capella. He's similar, I guess, similar to Capella. He's faster than Capella, more athletic than Capella. Capella. He gives a team what they need as far as transition defense, being able to run, athletic, a rim runner, a shot blocker. He can play with pace. A little different than what you get with Jackson Hayes. So having someone like a Coloco and then having someone like a Christian Wood, two different style of bigs, I'd rather have either one of those two than Jackson Hayes right now, right? So if you get Coloco and you get Christian Wood back, that helps. It's not a game changer. It's not that big bruising big we need to go up against like a Joker or a Nurkic or an Embiid or something like that. But it could help you with the majority of the league who don't have bigs like that. So Coloco and a Christian Wood and a Vando are guys that are really, really needed on this team because of their length. The Lakers need more length. And Vando, just to be able to guard the perimeter, is a desperate need right now. Gemini, what's good, my guy? Well, this is JJ's big chance as a coach to figure it out quick. Yeah, I don't know how quick he can figure it out, but I do like that he's not waiting as long as Darvin did, keeping Torian in that starting lineup for so long. Just totally destroyed the team early on, but by doing that, by falling in love with that lineup too much, right? He did it with Dennis before, did it with Torian. So JJ, I'm telling you, when JJ got hired, he was basically given the anti-ham handbook. Like, this is everything he did wrong. You cannot do this. Everything he did wrong, here it is. Let me give it to you. Don't do this. Smacking the mic here. Don't do anything that's in this book. And to be honest, he really has been the opposite of it, which usually would be great. He's been the opposite of it, but the result is still the same. That's not great. He's the complete opposite of what everyone blamed the losing on, and we're still losing. We're 500, right? I had said, man, if the Lakers' greatest challenge for me would be to go the entire season without falling under 500. That was the challenge. That's what I was hoping to see. Don't start off 0-1. Don't start off 0-2. If you go 1-1, don't go 1-2. Don't go 2-3. Don't go 4-5. We're 500 now. We're 500 now. So we got to win on Friday against Philly, who's getting murdered by the Clippers right now. So they're gonna come out looking, try not to lose the back-to-back in LA. And if the Lakers can avoid going under 500 this year, it puts them in a much better spot the entire year than they were last year, and it puts them in a better spot out the gate. I don't know if they'll be able to accomplish that challenge. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. They probably won't. LeBron 80 in the G Leaguers. Thank you, Search and Destroy. These guys legit need real bodies. Hayes is a rag doll. Yeah, I mean, I've never been excited about Hayes. I never knew why anyone was ever excited about Hayes. I kept telling you guys all last year, he's decent in pace and space, but he's not good in traffic and congestion. Never going to be. He's definitely not a starting big, and he's not a first big off your bench guy. But the Lakers just don't have that guy. So he's that guy for us right now. But when Coloco and Wood come back, those should be the guys ahead of him. And they should try to find somewhere to dump him. Just get someone to take him. May have to give up a second or something to get him off. Just get him out of there. You got Coloco, you got Wood, free up a roster spot, bring someone else in. Is Bronny playing in the G League? I believe they said that was going to happen after this trip. So if that's the case, we'll see if that happens after this trip or not. But today being the last game on the trip, maybe he goes down on Friday. I wish Rob was a good GM like Sam Presti. See, Sam Presti, Dan Inspiration, is next level. He's top tier. The Lakers are going to be very tough to get a GM like that because they've got too many voices in the room, too many meddling. A true basketball of operations needs to be able to do his job without any interference, interruption. He puts together everything. The GM does the day-to-day, checking in with teams, calls the teams, does all that, right? Then reports to the president of basketball operations, who makes the final decision, maybe gets on the call himself, puts some things together, then presents it to the owner, money-wise. And like, this is the move I want to make. And if the money makes sense to the owner, then the owner does it. They're basically just signing off on the money part. A president handles all the logistics. The Lakers do not have that. They got Rob doing both roles, which is a complete detriment to this team. I think Rob could be a decent GM. He just can't be the final decision maker. The GM knows the CBA, knows the rules of the league, makes the daily phone calls, checks in, knows the day-to-day, knows what's what, got an ear to the street, knows who's available. He's fine in that role. The final decision maker, him and Jeannie, just doesn't work. It's just not going to work. I agree with moving Ham, but they dumb for not making real wins. I don't know what you mean. Oh, real moves. Okay. You say you rock, search, and destroy. Yeah. Sure does. Braun and AD were electric for Team USA, but they had Curry making shots and Bam playing inside with AD. Lakers need a Buddy Hield and a Kevin Looney. They need someone who can back up AD. I mean, back up, like have his back on the floor, and they need someone who can have LeBron's back on the floor to help guard the guards and do the ball handling and give him a break. You're absolutely right. But they were also playing with, those were other Olympians, right? We don't need another Olympian on this team. We need someone who's at or around all-star level. We don't need an Olympian. We just need a legit third option. We need a point guard, a legit point guard that can get to the cup and do his best to stop the other guy from getting to the cup. But if a guy's going to drop 30 on you efficiently, and you got to be able to at least drop 20, 22 without taking 30 shots, right? You got to be able to give it back. Lakers just don't have that guy unless Dito's getting hot making threes. I'm okay with riding the cash cow, Mr. Layback. And that's what they're doing. Time to boycott the Lakers. It's not going to happen. What's going on, Chris? Salute, brother. Money talks. It does. Man, it's a business at the end of the day. The Lakers will be like, well, what we look like not making the money and winning. When we can win, we can make money and win. That's what we want to do. But you got to be lucky for that to happen, right? You got to be lucky for that to happen. And a lot of teams that win don't make as much money as those that lose. That's why like the Donald Sterlings, a lot of those guys all those years were perfectly fine with losing because they were just generating money. They weren't spending a bunch of money on players. They were getting revenue sharing. And then you got luxury tax and all that stuff. They were benefiting from that. So the Lakers never been that team. But they're to a point where they're probably never, ever going to be a second apron team. That's going to be their hard cap. But the rest of the teams in the league that are really spending money like that, the Lakers aren't really going to be like that. Let's see. Jeff, your gut is 95% of the time. What does that mean? Did I go with my gut? Or you say my gut is right 95% of the time? I don't know which one you mean. But it is, this team is just what this team is, y'all. It just absolutely is what it is. Festo, what's up, Festo? Jeannie is gonna lose money if she does that bet. Let's see. She needs to sell, man. NBA is trash. She's there. I just don't see her selling, bro. I don't see it. Like, I feel like she'd be feeling like she let her. Like, my thing is, I think she's got it reversed, right? And this is just my personal opinion. It's just my personal opinion. I feel like she feels she'd be letting her father down by selling. But I feel like she'd be representing her father by making sure the Lakers win again. Whatever it takes. She's not her father, just like James Dolan is his father. Like the person who inherits it is never the same person as the guy who built it or woman that built it. It's not the same. They never had that hunger in their belly. They never had that desperation. They never had their back against the wall. They just never had it. They never had that same risk it all mentality. It just pushes you, you know? She doesn't have that. And credit to her. You know, God bless her for not having to, right? She's lived a good life because of the business that her family built. Doesn't make her a bad person. It doesn't mean I dislike Jeannie. I think a lot of people like Jeannie. I think Jeannie's great in a lot of ways. Like I said, I think running the actual basketball business of the brand side, she's fantastic. She's great. But the late great Dr. Buss made a terrible mistake by wanting his son to be the guy that ran them on the basketball side. Terrible mistake. If he puts someone in that place, Jeannie never gets involved. Jeannie never crosses over to that role. And who knows what we're looking at right now, right? I love Dr. Buss. To me, he's the greatest owner in sports history. But no man is perfect. No woman is perfect. And that was a mistake. In his heart of hearts, he probably knew that. But what are you going to do? The man wanted to leave it to his son. What are you going to do? It's his right. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's earned the right. But it didn't work. And at some point, the Bus family is going to have to honor the legacy of that father and make this team a winner again in his name, in his honor. I'm not telling you to sell the entire team. Just get someone in here who knows what they're doing. Jeannie has worked in this game her entire life. She's no dum-dum. She's no idiot. She's not. So she has to know that she's not built for this side of the game. Work on the brand. Fantastic at that. She's not built for this side. She's too sentimental. She said it herself. She said she cried when they traded Norton Nixon. She said her own words were she could never be part of that side of the business because she's too sentimental. Her own words. God bless her. She's a great person. But we need a dog on the court and we need a dog in that front office. Rob got dog in him, but he can't be the president. He can't be the president. Chris says, I'm still going to buy the new Lake Show jersey. Yeah, I mean, hey, this is our team. This is our team, ride or die. This isn't, look, what would you rather have as a Laker fan, right? And Chris, I know you agree with me on this. What would you guys rather have as a Laker fan? Would you rather sit back and listen to a bunch of Laker haters make fun of us? Or would you rather listen to some real serious, passionate Laker fans who talk through this together? You know, we're in the same boat. We want the same thing. Most of the people on the internet bashing the Lakers don't want the same thing. They want us to suffer and want us to lose. That's not what I want. There's a difference between speaking on the reality of your team versus making fun of rooting against a team, right? So I'm not delusional. I'm not one of these team fanboys or team stans that gets up and is like, oh, it's all good, fam. It's all good. No, it's not. It hasn't been. 1 win, 2 wins, got the pom-poms out. That's not me. It is what it is. I'm going to call it what it is. A spade, a spade. And this team is what they were last year. And us expecting anything different right now is insanity. We need to, once again, lower our expectations to what this team is. Now, if that means raising your frustrations, that's fine. But if any of you went into this season and looked yourself in the mirror and said this team is a contender, you might need to change that mirror. This team has never been a contender this season, this preseason, this offseason, never. I've been telling you guys that. They're not. Oh, man, we got a super chat in the building. Appreciate you, Darren V. Says, is Search and Destroy in Search and Destroy's honor. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Search, for being here and people coming in, supporting simply because you are here. This is why Search is the best in the business. And I am blessed that Search has chosen EmpireJeffTV to be one of his stomping grounds. We love our brother Search over here, man. And Darren, excuse me. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. Appreciate you, as always. All right, let me get back to where I was now. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find where I was. There we go. Found it. I think it was Chris's last comment. There we go. Jeannie is not a good owner, man. Rob's not a good GM. Magic got Braun got AD, and the rest of those pieces were either there or just came through free agency. That's that year, since Rob has just trashed it. So what really got Braun was them just getting rid of Mitch and Jim Buss. That was pretty much that did it. It was pretty much confirmed, and it was actually joked about, that LeBron had already made up his decision to join the Lakers before he even met with Magic. Like, they talked about that. He was getting on a plane, and he told Rich Paul, it's the Lakers. Like, it's the Lakers. So before he even met with Magic, he already made the commitment. So Magic didn't get LeBron. LeBron and his people have already said that. That's been out there, right? I do agree that Braun convinced AD to demand a trade. He preferred the Lakers, but he would have accepted the Knicks. The Knicks had concerns of keeping him long term if they didn't play well. And so it ended up, where he got to the Lakers. Magic wasn't able to get it done that year. He demanded it. Rob got it done the next year. But I would agree that it was basically Braun that made that happen. But Magic didn't get Braun. Braun, out of his own mouth, said that as he tells that story, he was getting on a plane and he looks still rich and he goes, "It's the Lakers," before he ever met with Magic. So, to be fair, like I said, if Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak were there, he doesn't come. So just Magic replacing them, him being here, being the face, I will give him credit. I will give him credit for that, because I don't think he comes here if it's still Jim and Mitch. I don't believe that. But Rob and them panicked after 2021. I know people keep talking about they broke up the 2020 team. The majority of the 2020 team came back in 2021. They broke up the 2021 team is when they broke that up. I think people have a little memory loss here, though. Basically, everyone had turned on KCP, they had turned on Kuz, and they had turned on JaVale. And they had turned on no one turned on Caruso. I just remember him being always hurt. That he was hurt that year, hurt to finish the year. But if you go back and you just look at how many people online were just roasting KCP, roasting Kuz, roasting McGee, similarly to how people were roasting Dennis and now want him back. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone wants to get rid of these guys that don't fit. And when the team moves them, then everyone's like, why'd you move them when they start playing well somewhere else, right? But this team blew up in 2021 and then went old as hell. And then because they went old as hell in 2022, in 2023, they tried to go young as hell. So I feel like they've been trying to remake this roster since 2021, every summer until last year they started to do some continuity, and this year just brought everyone back, right? So they've gone like drastic in each direction. They panicked too much and redid the roster every year too much. Then they wanted continuity, and they've done too much continuity. Everything they do is just like extreme in one area. There's no real balance there. There's no, okay, let's have some continuity, but let's go get these pieces that make us better. The marginal moves. They just haven't been able to do that. And it's just like extreme one way or the other. And it's exhausting, man. It's exhausting to see how they continue to go down that path, man. Weaker than last year. What's going on, 1IV? Yeah, I this team is, like I said, there was a lot of people who were like, just change the coach and we'll go to the finals. I'm like, I don't see that, homie. I don't see that. I wish this was true, but I don't see it. The world has more outraged. To be honest, basketball is what it is. Yeah, for sure. Let me see here. I think Lucky over here running amok over here. 30 likes and 5 free memberships will be given away. Oh, man, Search, don't play. We're at 21 likes right now, man. 23 likes. At 30 likes and some memberships will be given away, man. 23 likes. We need 7 more. Come on, y'all. Tap that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so already. We would greatly appreciate it. 40 people in the building on YouTube right now. If you have not done so, please drop a like on the video. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter, everyone over on Facebook as well. Appreciate you guys. If you're on Twitter, make sure to go ahead and like the post, repost the post. And like Search says, man, if we get to 30 likes, we'll go ahead and get 5 free memberships out to the people here, man. So we're currently at 26. We are 4 away. So I'm going to get in this holding pattern right now, man. We need 4 more likes on the video, man. Come on, y'all. We are at 26 right now. If you have not done so, please drop a like on the video. You can also become a member on the channel by hitting that join button. There's a link in the description where you can become a member. We got 3 different tiers of membership there. Great way to help support the channel. It would greatly appreciate it, man. Let's see. Tony, what's going on, Tony? They need a quality point guard. Only hope a poor season and a top draft pick. Well, that's the thing. That's what makes it worse, is even if the Lakers had the worst record in the league, we don't get our pick. Atlanta has that. They acquired it from New Orleans in the DeJounte Murray trade. It's the final pick from the AD trade. So we don't even have our pick this year. So even if everything fell apart, if Braun and AD got hurt and were out for the year, if we went out and had the worst record in the league, Atlanta would get our pick. So it doesn't behoove us to even like suck. Like, it doesn't make any sense for us to do it, because we still won't get what we need. 27 likes on the video right now. We need 3 more, and we'll be giving away 5 free memberships to the channel. 27 likes right now. Appreciate you, Search. One IV says, get them likes up for Empire. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Get them likes up. So we're still, like I said, we're at 28 now. Come on, y'all. Over 40 people in the building, 28 likes. We need 2 more likes, and we're going to hand out some memberships here. We're going to hand out some membies. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Tony says, congrats, Jeff. Dude, hey, thank you so much. Man. I'm still on cloud 9. I'm still flying high here. 1 week anniversary of our World Series tonight. I'm all over TikTok, man, just rubbing into Yankees fans, man. So I'm still waking up smiling. I'm still enjoying this, man. I've waited so long to go to a baseball parade. I've never done it in my life. To be able to go to a baseball parade and be out there with so many Dodger fans, man, it was absolutely incredible. Felt like a little boy again, man. Like it was just the best. It was the best, man. I don't know if I've ever been this happy for a championship. Like it just, oh man, it was everything to me. So appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you everyone who was supporting all the Dodger coverage. Thank you for everyone who tuned in through all that. I'm going to be bringing you a gang of coverage in the offseason as well. Definitely back talking Lakers now. But yeah, that Dodger run was incredible. It was fantastic. I loved every moment of it. Got to experience it with my dad and my mom. But my dad was never, really, he's a truck driver, always on the road. So be able to experience a World Series with my father for the first time and one when they won was just absolutely incredible, man. Couldn't ask for anything more. Where we at here, Search? We still got 29 likes on the video right now. The next person to drop a like and Search hits the button and we get out. There we go, Search. We at 30. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. 30 likes on the video. We can keep it going though. Keep it going, man. And we want to get to at least 50 likes in this video, man. We're at we got to there. So appreciate y'all for doing it. Let me see here. And appreciate you, Search. What's going on, Patrick? Appreciate you for tuning in as always. Jeff, should JJ change the starting 5? I think he's going to need to do whatever he can to kind of jolt this. I think you need to break up D'Lo and Austin, kind of like what Darvin Ham did last year, and get someone in there who can play some defense in the backcourt. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if the move that JJ makes is the same move that Darvin did, which is to replace one of the guys, replace Austin Reeves with Cam Reddish in the starting lineup, man? Just if he does that, who did that last year? That's out the book of Darvin. That's out the book of Darvin. And Cam has been, playing decent just like he did last year. It's not sustainable. Cam's not going to give you a full season like that. But he can help you, switch things up a little bit. He can give you that defense. But Cam's been known to get hurt often too. But then you risk, alienating Austin again. So I think they need to break up that starting backcourt. I think it really comes down to who you think is going to be in your long-term plans. If it's Austin over D'Lo, then I bench D'Lo. And but you're also trying to trade D'Lo, so damaging his trade value by benching him. It's a catch-22 here. It's an absolute catch-22. So it makes things very difficult on what they are trying to do. And it can be very frustrating for the team to go through all that. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. I think I saw the green on the screen. My brother Serge, man. Thank you, my brother Serge, giving away 5 memberships to EmpireJeffTV. I greatly appreciate you, Serge. Thank you, brother. And we just gained 5 more memberships, man. So appreciate you. Hope you guys stay around after you get a month free. Hope you guys stick around and stay members. Greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Incredible gesture by my brother Serge, man. Thank you, Serge, so much. Okay, now let me go back. I always suck at finding where I was in the chat here. There we go. Found it. Man, found it quicker this time. Found it quicker this time. Shando says, honestly, Gabe, to be honest, is not really used right on the Lakers. He was not the player Lakers thought. He's more of a two-way scorer than a catch and shoot D-fish type player. Yeah, well, last year, I don't know if you could say he wasn't used right. He didn't really play last year. And when he came back, he was still hurt. This year, I think you need to let Gabe. I think Gabe is a better player than he's showing. I do think so. I think that Gabe can get things right. I don't know if I want to use the word I'm high on Gabe, but I still trust Gabe. I still think he can figure it out. Will he? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But I still think Gabe can bring something to this team. We're going to have to wait and see if and when he does. Once again, Serge, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. When could we have that starting lineup that got us to the Western Conference Finals? Man, this feels so disappointing. That's going to have to be when Vando comes back, right? When Vando gets healthy. If and when, Vando's my guy. I love Vando. He's kind of a cheat code for us. He's what can kind of help us turn around. I'm not going to go and say he can single-handedly save our season. That's not what I'm going to say. But it's a step in the right direction of fixing that problem when we have two guys in the backcourt that can't guard nobody without any out there being a wing defender. He helps that. So until we get that back, we're kind of stuck. Max is the way he is because that's the issue with having a player play 2 years after we drafted him. He should be getting minutes. But Shando, that I disagree with. There's plenty of guys who have to wait their time, pay their dues. A second-round pick rarely sees the floor in his first year or two. He's got to pay the dues, and the body has to mature. The game has to get there. They spend some time in the G League. So Max, you're just because you're drafted doesn't mean you're destined for playing time. So that wasn't going to happen. Max last year, clearly that the staff didn't trust him. They didn't feel he was good enough or wasn't there yet. And look where he is this year already. So you could look at it two ways, depending on which way you're looking at this. You could look at it as, one, Darvin and his staff were right, and he wasn't worth the playing time, and the Lakers got suckered into believing it was just he was the problem and paid him anyways. I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm saying that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is that he basically it was almost like he was out the whole year last year because he got no playing time, and when he started to, he got hurt. So at that point, you kind of look at it like a wasted season. So is he playing like this now because of the wasted season, or is he playing like this now because this is who he is? I don't have the answer to that question yet. But those are kind of the two perspectives you have to look at now. When could we have the starting lineup? Okay, I already read that. My bad, y'all. I've said this before. They should start Max and Reeves to power the bench. I've always felt that Reeves would be better for this team off the bench because I feel he plays the same whether he starts or comes off the bench. Gives a little bit more defense there. But the way that Max Christie is playing right now, I don't necessarily believe that putting him into the starting lineup would be the best move for this basketball team right now. Big Baby Sports, what's going on, Big Baby? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you for your continued support. Make sure to go subscribe to Big Baby Sports, man. He covers the Lakers over there as well. Newly found Dodger fan as well. Shout out to Big Baby, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Festo says JJ sucks already. You giving up on JJ already? I'm not giving up on JJ already. I just know that there was a lot of problems with this team that was going to take a lot to fix. And JJ is going to have a lot of ups and downs as a result of that. Big Baby says, I'm concerned about certain things, but I'm not panicked yet. Oh, I'm definitely not panicked. Concern level is definitely very high. My reality meter is very high. I'm concerned because I'm concerned of when my team will be good again. As far as panicked, I don't ever panic. And third, I just really believe that this is who this team is. At or around 500 team, a playing team, pending everyone's healthy, and barring a trade or a significant move, that's where we're going to finish up again. And that's if we stay healthy for the most part, right? Our stars staying healthy. Terrible place to be, especially as a Los Angeles Laker fan, but it kind of just is what it is at this time. Darren says, Dalton has to shoot better percentage. When he does, we are tough. Yeah, he's also a rookie, and he's going to hit a wall, and it's going to take some time. I do think that Dalton Connect will end up, having a good season. I feel like he will kind of reach everyone's expectation of thinking, okay, we got one, we stole one. I don't believe that he'll ever be a star, but I have a feeling that Dalton Connect has a chance to be a very there we go. If Bev and Westbrook can be teammates and be homies after them, anything is possible. Beefs in the league aren't real, man. You and the Stewart would want to be in LA instead of Detroit. I'm gonna tell you this though. That's kind of a narrative. I will tell you this. What Braun and Stewart went through was totally different of Bev and Pat. That was chirping. Braun split this dude's head open. Had this dude looking like a complete ass in front of public, running through the whole court. Nonsense, right? Complete nonsense. Now, could it happen? Yeah, but those two situations are not the same. They're just not even the same realm. D'Lo is gone, or Rob. Jeff, would you trade 2 future firsts for Kessler? No. Hell to the no. Dalton needs to score more, not just shoot. Guys, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. Let's keep that in mind. Let's not go all full Laker fan on Dalton, man. He's a rookie. Let him be a rookie. Dino, what's going on, Dino? Rob knew this team wasn't going to be good. That is his out, not doing anything. Yeah, I think he knew that this team was going to be like last year. I think you're right. But I also think that he knows that Rob is looking at it like this. There are GMs who make moves to save their job, and if it doesn't work, it falls on the next guy. Rob is like, look, he probably still believes he's going to be here for a while, and there's probably part of Rob that wants a post-LeBron run to show what he can do. Now, I don't know what that's going to lead to. I don't know what that's going to be. But I think Rob is sitting back looking like, look, I'm paraphrasing here. I think Rob in his heart of hearts thinks he's capable of doing something, but not right now. Now, that remains to be seen. So he's probably sitting back thinking like, I have a chance to potentially add to an Anthony Davis-led team, and I don't want to empty the clip for this team that I don't believe is going anywhere, even if I make a move. I don't believe that this team is a DeJounte Murray away from winning a championship. I don't believe that this team is a Zach LaVine away, a Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson away. I don't believe that we're that away from winning a championship. So I'm not going to give up all my assets to just make this team better and maybe go out in the second round instead of the first. I can't say I disagree with that if that's his belief, right? Because I don't believe that those moves elevate them to that level either. Having said that, he did open his mouth and say that they would have 3 picks to move this summer and didn't do anything. So he gave people a reason to throw a fit because he opened that door. He opened that door. And while the CBA is difficult and everyone's killing him for speaking on it, even though every other GM in the league has publicly spoke on it as well, even though 16 teams in the league have intentionally hard capped themselves at the first apron to make sure they can't go above that, although Rob is the only one who gets killed for mentioning that. Having said that, I do not see a move out there that makes the Lakers a title contender. I don't see it for this season. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I 100% hope I'm wrong. But I don't see it out there. Now, it makes them more competitive. Maybe a Western Conference Finals. I guess you can label that somewhat contender-ish. But if you get to a Western Conference Finals and get swept, does that make you a contender? I don't think so. I don't think so. Shadow says, Jeff really going harder for Ham than Doc Rivers. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just painting the picture because I can see it clearly, right? Ham deserved to be let go. He should have been let go before he was let go. Ham should never have been hired in the first place. He was not qualified to coach the Lakers. That's been my stance the whole time. So if you're an adult, and you get drunk, and instead of driving drunk, you give the keys to a 14-year-old to drive you home, and that 14-year-old hits something, he shouldn't have been driving. He shouldn't have been put in that situation. Darvin is not a 14-year-old. He's a grown-ass man. He's been in the NBA forever, but he should have never been the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. So my whole thing isn't about not blaming Darvin. My whole thing is I never expected much from to begin with. So there's a difference. I don't believe he should have ever been hired. I didn't think they should have hired him when they hired him. At his press conference, I was like, okay, we got him. I like what he's saying, but he didn't deliver on any of it. So my perspective on Darvin is is that he should have never been hired. He wasn't qualified for this job. So I wasn't as hard on him because I never expected much out of him. He was never going to be the guy. So he got all the blame, but he wasn't the whole problem. That's always been my thing. And now look at it. Look where we are. He's gone. All right. So that's all I'm saying. Darvin had to go, should have gone sooner, should have never been here to begin with. That's been my stance. But people hear what they want to hear. Secondly, people are so funny. I don't know how looking at the Bucks record could make you feel better about our Laker team. That's that LA Timberwolves tramp stamp stuff. Like the Wolves beating Denver was going to reincarnate the Lakers back into the playoffs. It's foolishness. like you had teams out there full pom-pomming for another team that bashed you and talk trash about you just because they beat another team. We're still home. Never made sense to me. But anyways, I mean, if everyone's free to do what they want. I'm just speaking my perspective. That's all it is, right? So that's mine with Darvin. He should have never been hired in the first place. Should have been let go before he was. And now he's back where he probably never should have left. He should have stayed in Milwaukee from the get-go. They love him over there. Stay over there. So Darvin, when he was hired and put together no type of staff, that death certificate was signed the second he signed his contract. It just was. Now, there are plenty of things I do blame Darvin for, but the guy never should have been here. Never. Let's see. I love Patrick Jane. Coloco looks smaller than I thought he would be. I mean, he's not 7'1", 7'2", or nothing like that, but his length and his speed could definitely help this team. His athleticism for a team that lacks a ton of athleticism is something that we definitely need back. At this point, would you move Austin to the bench? Because D'Lo looks like a ghost when he's on the bench. He don't even look like he want to be there. Yeah, like I said, I think if you move D'Lo to the bench when you're trying to trade him, hurts you. I think that D'Lo plays better as a starter, where I think Austin plays the same, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. So I would move Austin. One, because he's going to play the same off the bench as he does in the starting lineup. Two, because you're trying to trade D'Lo, and if you bench him, it only makes it harder and worse. I don't know what he's talking about. Serge, I cannot handle the narcissist on other channel anymore. I'm done with that. I don't know what he's talking about. No Embiid, no AD. Thank you, Darren. No, thank you. Like I said, not just because of the super chat, but for giving us your time. Thank all you guys for giving us the time here. We appreciate you. Like I said, most of you guys found me from basketball. Then I went and been covering the Dodgers for a few months here, 3-4 months, and then waiting until that World Series and all that died down. I'm slowly getting back the full-fledged back into basketball. Needed a little bit of a break, but now I'm back. You know what I mean? The non-narrative, guy that's going to give you the context and the substance. No, I'm not a hot take artist. I'm not chasing any of that. So it's a good place to be. So happy you found us, and hope to see you here more. How many games until AD can play again? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, they thought he may be able to play today. Then they ruled him out. So we'll see. It's a brotherhood of frustrated Laker fans. That's it right there. That's exactly what it is. This isn't a bashing the Lakers thing. This isn't a giving up on the Lakers thing. This is just me coming to reality. I've watched this team my entire life. My entire life. I know this team. I know a winner when I see one. I know a playing team or a non-playoff team when I see one. I know a team that's going to barely squeak by when I see one. There's no pom-poms over here. I don't fake the funk. No, I don't fake the funk. Real ones never do. And again, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that they figure something out. Franchise must hate AD, man. It's obvious. He never got even a decent backup big after 2020. Fans might have been too hard on Drummond and Gasol, especially Drum, man. He'd be perfect. It just, because it didn't work. And that's the thing. The fans are so quick to give up on someone and want to throw them away They did it with Dennis. They did it with Kuz. They did it with KCP. They've done it with so many guys. And fan base, not all of them. There's a pocket of them. Like I've always said, there's a layer within Laker Nation that is just completely toxic and unrealistic. And they put a bad label on us. Like when you're out and you're watching, when you're actually outside watching games with actual fans, diehard fans, people that spend their money, like show up, like, and don't just be like, just living on the internet talking sports. Like it's a different vibe. People who just fall into the trap of the internet get the whole toxic level of it. There's a whole different bunch of guys and girls and Laker fans out there, old, young, middle-aged, like that truly, truly love this team and can have just regular, basic adult conversations about the team without any hostility. It's hard to find that online in a lot of places, right? So, like when you got guys screaming at your owner's face at a Laker game, that's doing too much, bro. That's doing too much. People got to chill. Like, the funny thing is, like I said, I bet you most of these people that are screaming at people about their job aren't that great at their job or don't even have a job, right? It's the irony in that, right? It's craziness. Search as I have PTSD from being a Laker fan. It's true. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Darren says, yep, it's only natural. We have witnessed so much greatness over the years. It's hard to accept the current volatility. Yeah. I 100% agree with you. One Peruvian guy said, how's Bronny getting minutes over Olivari? You know what it is, man. Politics as usual. Politics as usual. Love the Azul. What's going on, man? Lakers need Freddie Freeman. Talk to him. One more time for the Dodgers, man. Man, made my year, man. Just absolutely made my year. Give Quincy Mins, man. I think he can help us, man. We see these guys playing preseason, and we see them play when minutes don't matter, and we start hyping them up and think none of these guys are turning our season around. And can they get a couple baskets? Maybe. None of these guys are turning our season around, though. Freeman is clutch as they come, and he's a tall dude. He's a tall guy. Maybe he can help with some rebounds. Koloko is not the answer. No, definitely not an answer. I think he gives us a little more than what Jackson Hayes gives us, but no, he's not an answer. I agree with you. Bridges, what's going on, Bridges? It's crazy to me, though, because do we really think the Dodgers aren't making crazy money right now? See, it's different. Different sport. Totally different sport. The NBA's revenue sharing and the taxes and all that stuff it's totally different. And the NBA owners, when they win, typically don't make the same amount of money as those that lose, because then they're spending more on players, they're spending more on the organization, they're spending more on winning, right? The difference is now some of these guys that have multiple businesses and they just bought the team as one of their things are different than what the Bus family is. Totally different. The Bus families will never be a Ballmer, will never be the group that owns the Warriors, never be the guy who owns the Suns, the guy who bought the Jazz, the guy who owns the Grizzlies, the Bucks, the Celtics, and whoever's about to buy the Celtics. Like, they're never going to be those guys because this is just a straight up family business. But it's just a little different. You know what I mean? The revenue sharing in baseball is totally different than the NBA. I'm not mad at us drafting Bronny, but wasting a roster spot on him is completely unserious. That's it right there. Them getting him at 55, I don't have a problem with. But taking up a complete roster spot, guaranteed for 4 years, that was too much for me. I mean, they're just taking care of Braun because he's printing them money, right? But that's not ideal. If Steve Ballmer was a Lakers owner, I wonder if things would be different. They would. They would, because the Lakers would have the best of everything, the best trainers. They'd have the best of everything. Now Steve Ballmer money is only as good as far as putting someone in control of the organization, knows what they're doing. The Clippers are not known as a bad decision-making organization. They just had bad luck with injuries. They went all in on Paul George and Kawhi, and they got hurt. But there isn't a team in the league that wouldn't have done that same move. And then they went all in, move after move after move. And now they're sitting here getting killed by the second apron and then got out of it, right? The Clippers are a well-run organization. They really are. They haven't won anything, but they're a well-run organization. The Bust family set the standard of championship or bust. It's lunacy to encourage them to sell. The brain trust was destroyed when they showed Jerry West the door. R.I.P. I hear you, man. I guess I just don't believe that they'll be able to restore the Lakers to what they were as currently constructed. Now, if they get someone in there run the true basketball operations department, then yeah, I think that maybe that could happen. But are they going to pay that guy? Are they going to pay that person? That remains to be seen. There may come a time where the only way to fix this is to sell it. And I still don't think they would, though. I heard a rumor that after LeBron retires, Cavs are willing to trade D. Mitch and a first rounder just for Bronny James. Oh, man, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild. What's going on, William? Appreciate you, brother. We haven't had a real point guard since Dennis. And Dennis wasn't even like really a starting point guard, right? We haven't had a real point guard in a long time. Like a real legit point guard. We really haven't had one. Rob Pelinka is in a tough spot. He is trying to build for the future and build for a win now team for LeBron. That's tough. I think Sam Presti only has to rebuild. I mean, he is in a tough spot, but he also made the situation tougher on himself. He definitely has. And now he's got to live up to that. He's got to deal with that now. Why didn't they roll the dice on a field general like CP3? CP3 got paid, right? He didn't get the minimum like a lot of people thought he would. And he chose to go there, right? CP3 and LeBron, you're just asking for a hamstring to go wrong there, right? CP3 is better, like probably where he is, man. Any channel that has The Mentalist is my kind of channel. The Mentalist. Oh, man. That's funny. Until we get a proper point guard, we're cooked. Yep. What's going on, Stunner? Appreciate you tuning in. If Rob's scared that LeBron's going to tie 5 rings like Kobe, I don't buy that. The reason I don't buy that is I don't believe that Kobe would have a sucker like that in his circle. I don't believe that. You got to remember, this is Kobe's like best friend, godfather to his daughter, right? Kobe didn't hang around with punks like that. He didn't hang around with guys who were scared of the competition. And not just that, but Kobe loved the Lakers. LeBron getting 5 does not discredit Kobe. LeBron getting 6 doesn't discredit Kobe. Kobe signed off on the LeBron thing, was pushing for it. I don't believe for a second that anyone in the Laker organization is trying to hold back the Laker organization from winning championships for the Laker organization because they don't want to top Kobe's 5. I do not believe in that for a second. But again, that's just me. That's just me. The GM has all the power. This is what you signed up for. Love the Azul. Yeah, I mean, when you this is what you sign up for with the LeBron James team. Win or lose, you're going to face the pressure. You're going to get a lot of the blame. I agree with that. I like Bron. I got no beef with Bron. But you are right. It is different when you have a LeBron James team. Why would that matter? LeBron is not going to win again. He did have a good night, but his D turnovers will be our downfall. Yep. Like I said, he is appreciate you. He was a minus, what did I say? Minus 20, minus what tonight? He was a minus 21 tonight, right? While scoring 39 points. That's just craziness, man. Lakers all day dope. What's up, my guy? What's up, Empire? The team needs to make a move, bro. We can't win with D'Lo and Austin. They both getting cooked. I agree. But what they need to do and what they will do are different things, brother. Totally different things. D'Lo has to go. He's not good right now. I'm going to try to read through some of these. Did you feel after the 23 trade was made, did you really believe they were a contender? I didn't. We never addressed the needs. In 23, I did feel because I looked around in the East, no one there scared me. We made it against Denver. We got there. I felt going into that Denver series, we were going to be more competitive. But if I'm not someone who believes that if you get swept in the Western Conference Finals, that you're a contender. So I believe they had something going. I believe they could compete in that series. They didn't. Hindsight, that team was not a contender. Going into that series, I liked our chances to be competitive. but that fell off the cliff rather quickly. That team just ran out of gas, ran out of complete gas. Yeah, no, my homie Max is not playing good. I feel like Max needs Phil Handy. He had Phil Handy last year and didn't develop. Like I said, that myth of Phil Handy, these narratives, y'all got to put him to bed. Y'all got to put him to bed. Phil Handy dipped, left, and not a single other team picked him up. All right. So that's no shade to Handy. But what I'm saying is you guys latch onto these narratives and you hold on to it for life. And it's like not as simple as that. There are plenty of people around the league that do exactly what he does. Exactly what he does. And Phil Handy was part of that coaching staff that didn't develop anyone last year. He had 2 years with Max. Nothing came of it. Used to hate on Danny Green too. That's another one. Yes, hated on Danny Green too. They all did. It has been a contradiction when it comes to roster changes. Fan base can't have it both ways. That's it though. They want it on their terms, and when it doesn't work, then they want to blame someone else for it. You know what I mean? That's how it always goes. Man, I'm doing my best to get to these comments, y'all. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best here. No one wants D'Lo. We could use Dennis right now. Definitely could use Dennis right now. We were waiting around for Vando and Wood like they're going to save the season. Yeah, they're not going to save the season. Was the report of the Jazz rejecting D'Lo true? I mean, I think to a point, I think that the framework of whatever deal that was presented, they rejected. But I don't believe for a second that the Lakers offered 2 unprotected first-round picks. That deal would be done if they did. If they offered D'Lo and 2 first-round picks, the Jazz would say, take what you want. Danny Ainge wants those Laker picks. So no, I don't believe the Lakers offered 2 unprotected firsts. Lakers have been on a shaky foundation for a while now. 80s health and LeBron ghosting father time. That's not sustainable. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Add Kessler and Sexton, get Vando back, and that should really feel our defense. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all. I need that membership. I didn't see who got it. But again, appreciate Serge for doing that, man. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. About 30% of the people who listen on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe to the channel. So it goes a long way, helps us out. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Appreciate all those that have done so already. The city was lit on Friday. Incredible scene, man. It was one of the greatest moments of my life being out there when they won it and then going to the parade. I've been living it up, man. I've been absolutely living it up since the Dodgers won. I agree. I've seen 17 titles in all sports since 2000. This was tops. Yeah, BC, man. This is probably the best championship of my life. I mean, I thought that at a lot of them. I thought 2000 was the greatest. I thought 2009 when Kobe got his first without Shaq. 2010 when we beat the Celtics. 2020 in the bubble with Kobe's year. They all at the time feel like the best. But because I've never witnessed a Dodger parade myself, because I was not able to go to a single playoff game in 2020, this just hit totally different, man. Totally different. I was at the 1997 championship with the Marlins when the Marlins won. Oh, man, I remember that one, man. The 97, and then the Marlins did it again in 2003. 2003 against the Yankees. I think or both against yeah. But the Marlins, that Marlins 97 team was stacked, bro. That team was stacked. Were you like 4 years old at the time, man? Doyers, and we beat the Yankees just like we were supposed to. Facts, man. Facts. Bridget says, run it up for Jeff. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Breaking up is hard to do. Facts. He says, sup, my boy Empire Jeff. What's going on, Draymond Green? What's going on, man? Let's see. Say welcome. Oh, looks like Big Baby got a membership, man. Big Baby got a membership, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. What happened to Max Christie? Oh, maybe he's just in a funk. That's what I'm hoping for. Sit the blonde on the bench. Someone say get this Targaryen off my team, man. I was dying when I saw that. He pushed the button. There we go. Right now, they need adjustment. Sit D'Lo and start Dalton Connect. They may do that, man. They may do that. Search a go. Search is definitely a go, man. He the best in the business. Bloodhound said, we did it. What's going on, Bloodhound, man? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man. Countdown to Luka, pretty much the deal. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, you know what? I missed something over there. I actually got to correct myself in my last Laker video. Um, at the point of the sale, when the Dallas Mavericks sold the team, Mark Cuban kept a stake in the team and kept basketball operations control. I guess that expired in early June, and I missed that. So there was someone that was in the chat getting, disrespectful. So they still a punk for that. But I was actually incorrect. I was just knee deep in baseball at the time, and I wasn't keeping up much on the Mavs. And apparently in June sometime, maybe after the finals or somewhere around there, Mark Cuban is no longer running the basketball operation. So that changes things. So I stand corrected there. I apologize. I just was not looking for that. Like I had moved on to baseball. I missed that bit of information. So that's kind of big because Mark Cuban would have never made a deal with the Lakers that would take the Lakers to a championship level. Him no longer being now, I don't know if he's still got, they still got the ear of him or this, that, but Nico Harrison seems to be the guy that's doing that now. So we'll see how much he subscribes to that. But Mark Cuban no longer running the basketball operations for the Dallas Mavericks. And I missed that layer of it in June. But like I said, it's rare. I barely missed that. But because I was just so I was so buried in baseball that I missed that one. Someone said start Gabe over D'Lo. I just don't see them putting D'Lo to the bench while they're trying to trade him. Lakers need to make some minor tweaks, get a big man and guard and play D. Yeah, he's just said and done though. How about starting Cam to do the Vando role and put Rui on the bench to help the bench scoring? That's what I'm saying, Tony. That's exactly what Darvin did last year, right? And we're going back to Darvin Ham's playbook here. Max needs a confident boost. He definitely does. Max has been trash. He has. I want D'Lo or Reeves coming off the bench. This ain't working. D'Lo can't shoot and can't guard. That's a recipe for disaster. Facts. Probably should be Reeves at this point because you're trying to trade D'Lo. Connect is better off the bench. To start bench. I mean, to start his career, he's probably better off the bench. I'm done with this team. Honestly, too much that needs to get fixed. Rob won't fix it. That's fair, man. It's frustrating for sure. Looks like Xbox got a membership, man. Appreciate you, man. He said we suck. Search hooking people up here. Perpetual playing team. Yeah, frustrating, man. Maybe next game they need to give Cam Reddish more PT. I think you're going to start to see that a little bit. Thank you again, Search, man. You a brother for real. You a brother for real. Max just doesn't have the ability to get inside and score. Yeah, he doesn't put the ball on the floor very well. He does have trouble with that, and he has been getting beat on defense. So we're gonna have to, he's gonna have to improve once he gets the minutes. LeBron for Dame Dollar. Man, that's not gonna happen. Dalton needs to handle the rock like Reeves to thrive. Yeah, he needs the ball in his hand a little bit for sure. I love defense. I hope JJ makes some adjustments. Me too, man. Me too. Why aren't you on Lakers Fast Break? I don't know if you're talking to me or you're talking to I don't know who you're talking to, Xbox. Are you talking to me or you're talking to Search? You didn't add Search. I'm assuming you're talking to me. I've been on Lakers Fast Break multiple times. I just scheduling. I'm a scheduling nightmare. It's hard to schedule with me. Like it's hard because I don't know when I'm going to be home. I don't know when I'm going to go live. I kind of just, okay, I'm going to do it, press record, and that's it. So it's hard for me to commit to it, especially when, all the baseball was going on. I'm doing my own show. We do post-game shows, same time they're doing theirs. So it's just up. I love those guys. Make sure to go subscribe to Lakers Fast Break. Those are my brothers over there. BC. What's going on, BC? Oh, wait. I don't know. I don't really know who you're talking to. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I am just had some personal issues. Haven't been modding anyone. Okay, gotcha. Okay, me mind my business here. Yeah, they might not. Trying to catch up to everything, man. I don't even know what's going on here. Sorry, I didn't mean to clear. Russell should come off the bench. Let me see. What's going on, Reg Dog? Salute, Jeff, and thanks, Search. Appreciate it. What's going on? Is that Reg Dog TV? Reg Dog is a different Reg Dog. Give me legend, Reg Dog. Appreciate you though, brother. This team needs a big move, not just a minor one. Yep, facts. Enough G Leaguers. LeBron did his best to keep up from losing by 30, but no one else can get into rhythm. We do not have pure shooters that are hogging their stuff on the floor. Yeah, hot. This isn't good for JJ. It's gonna take him some time, man. He's a rookie head coach overall. Okay, man. Okay, let me I don't think D'Lo sucks. I just think it's not working. I just think it's not ideal to have him in a starting backcourt with someone else who doesn't play defense, right? You're all good, Darren. You're all good. I know you guys are listening. You're good. I just didn't mean to click them, put business on the screen. I got Ron Burgundy idea sometimes, man. But yeah, I just think it's not working, man. I don't think him in the starting backcourt with Reeves is ideal. Dino Evans says the Lakers have the worst backcourt in the league, and everyone knows it. Yeah, I would say they have the worst starting backcourt in one of the worst starting backcourts in the league for sure. I think those guys can help a team to a certain extent, but though if we have those two as our starters, it's not ideal. You're right, Dino. Thank you for tuning in, Dino. Appreciate you, man. Oh, it was fantastic. I definitely went. I was there all day, man. It was incredible. Incredible. We need another one next year. It was incredible, man. Said Jeff is like the wired world of sports, the ecstasy of Dodgers and the agony of Lakers. Yeah. Shout out Smokey Robinson. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. But I keep it really the way, man. Keep it really the way. If Darvin never should have been here, should JJ be here? That's an interesting one. My difference between JJ and Darvin. Hold on, my cords. Get this right before Lucky comes in here and snatches these. For me, the difference between JJ and Darvin is I felt Darvin had no home run ability. Like maybe he could be mediocre, maybe he can be good enough to not cost us wins, but he wasn't, right? For me, with all the other candidates, I felt like JJ was the only one that had potential for a home run hire. Now he could be disastrous and he could be terrible, but I felt that he had a chance to be a home run hire. It's going to take time. It wasn't going to be, people were already trying to call him Pat Riley out the gate. And I was like, yeah, I heard that so many times from so many people. I'm like, guys, it's going to take this man time. But I was okay with it. I was for JJ. And I said, like, JJ is going to be a jerk. He's going to throw tantrums. He's going to throw fits. He's going to be angry. That's all part of the game with him. But this is what he signed up for. You're going to need to chill a little bit, man. Max just needs to stop thinking on the court, just play his game, get to his spots on the court, and play defense. Easier said than done, man. He's out there playing with the best athletes in the world, man. He has no time, no room for error. Max just may not be as good as people think he is. Like point blank, period. He's gonna have to like put the work in and improve. And unfortunately, playing in practice or shoot around or player development, you're not going to get nothing duplicates playing in NBA games. Nothing is going to duplicate playing NBA games. Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, damn. That's hilarious. Oh, man. I'm trying to get caught up on these chats. I'm getting there. Thank you, Search. Okay, let me see here. Let me get out of here. Oh God, Elon is nuts, bro. I've got family that works, that work for Tesla, works with Elon. Nuts. That dude is nuts. He'd move the Lakers to Austin, Texas, man. He's nuts. Dude is wild, man. Let me see. I'm doing my best to catch up to these, y'all. Yeah, I mean, not out. Well, yeah, even had some, even back at San Diego State, he had some things. So yeah, not just worst backcourt, but on the Lakers got the worst bench in the league. There's that too. I feel bad for the Lakers, especially LeBron and AD. Those two can still play and prove that they want to win a championship. Yeah. But let's not act like LeBron didn't sign up for things too. And everything he wanted, everything that he wanted them to do, they pretty much did. Like I said, including drafting and signing his son. So he also knows what he signed up to. Isn't it ironic that we are shooting the three worse than last year? JJ, great 3-point shooter to coach. Yeah, I think it's because it's a point of emphasis and they're thinking about it too much. He kept talking about they wanted him to shoot more. And I kept saying, I think that's a disaster waiting to happen. And I think they'll reel back from that. Lakers need a new owner and a GM to solve this problem. They need a new president, man. They really need a new president for sure. That's a fact, Serge. Man, Serge has 50 likes for 10 free memberships. What? Serge getting crazy here? We're at 36, y'all. He said 50 likes and we get 10 free memberships. Look, there's 35 of you. Serge, you tripping, bro. 35 people in the building right now. If you have not dropped a like on the video, please do so right now. And my man Serge says he's giving away 10 free memberships, man. Shout out Serge. And if he does that, man, if he gives out 10 free memberships, opposed to the 5 we did today, plus the ones I had already, then if he does that, then I'll knock out a couple members only streams this week. And I get way more. I'm way more less politically correct on the members only stuff, man. About 50 likes and Search will hand out more memberships, man. So we are at 37 right now. I don't know if we'll get to it, but like I said, we got 35 people in the building right now. If you have not dropped a like on the video, please do so. And if we get to 50, Search will hook you guys up, man. Our bench would be better with Rui and or AR coming off it. I agree, especially because those guys could bring offense. Rui might be one of the worst help defenders I've ever seen, and he's definitely one of the worst ones in today's league. And Austin. So when you got D'Lo, Rui, and Austin in a starting lineup with a 39-year-old Braun, the wear and tear on AD is just wild and ridiculous, man. Just wild and ridiculous, man. Serge, you tripping, man? You crazy? You crazy? Let's see where we at. Okay, so we're still at 37. Come on, y'all. Drop a like on the video here. Drop a like on the video. Darren, I went to the idea of Rui and Reeves off the bench. They need it. Yep. See, we do need more talent. We won't win unless LeBron is our third best player. This I agree with you. As far as like, yeah, I mean, LeBron could have moments and he can be great, but as far as just taking the workload off, like if he was giving third best player usage rate, I think is the best way of putting it. Because I think people, the Braun fans and all those guys will take offense if you say to that, which I don't necessarily care about that. But I also want to give him his proper due and respect. Basically, if he's our third highest usage, I think this team is much, much better. Much, much better. You can't win basketball without bench production. Facts. We need Vando because his D with AD makes us better. Facts. Me and Jeff giving away 10 memberships if I get to 50 likes. Man, what is going on with Search? No one's not going to hear. Everyone froze up now. So we still have the same 37 likes right now, man. Appreciate you, though, Search. So we might not get to that tonight, but appreciate you guys. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Let's see. LeBron has slowed down, but who can we bring in? It's gonna be really tough to bring in anyone right now. He'll probably miss games till January. Let's see. Yep, true. Even Kobe faded. Facts. Let's see. AD or LeBron. We got Eddie in here. Colin Sexton, ASAP. What's going on, Eddie? Appreciate you tuning in. If you guys have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new here tonight, we cover the Lakers and the NBA in general. We cover the Dodgers and the MLB. Cover all kinds of things over here, man. Good place to be. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let's see. LeBron plays great tonight, but the only thing they lost because they don't have defenders at perimeter and the big position. My guy was lacking. They need a big. Yeah, no, he was great tonight, performing, trying to keep them in the game. But like I said, him being a -21 while scoring 39 tells you that we just can't win that way. Only Jordan left at the top, but he came back with the Wizards. Yep. Koloko is not the answer. He's not the answer. I think he can help this team, but he's definitely not the answer for sure. Freeman's iconic walk-off made the series let's see. Why is this doing this? Okay, there we go. The city was popping like the Dodger fans' hand with the fire. Ouch. Damn, that poor guy, man. That's good. Dodgers beat Yankees 3 or 4 times in the series. They beat them 4 times in the series and then beat them twice in New York. Eddie says, what are your thoughts on Pelinka's time? Definitely think it's time. His time is running out. As far as his time left, I think it'd be really hard for Jeannie to fire him because of how sentimental she is. I don't necessarily think Rob has to be fired. I said this earlier, but you probably weren't here, so I'll say it again. I think we need a true president of basketball operations in that role, someone that Rob has to answer to, that's between him and Jeannie, a true decision maker in the basketball operations department who then presents the deal to Jeannie for money-wise and approval and then gets the job done. Someone that Jeannie trusts their basketball intellect to make the right deal, and she just signs off on the money and you know stuff like that. But Rob should not be the GM and president. I feel like he should only be the GM. He should work the day-to-day, work the phones, keep an ear to the street, but have a true president in the face of the organization on the basketball operations side. We don't have that right now. Let's make Lakers great again. Yeah, I'm staying away from politics for sure. Lakers gonna esh on the Grizzlies November 13th, man. I hope so. Man. They definitely didn't do that tonight. If you think about it, most of the Lakers championships came with the Republican was the president. Man, you're right. Most well, Obama was 2008, right? So they got 2 in the Obama era. They got none. Obama was what, 2008 to 2012, 2012 to 2016. And then 2020, well, yeah. But they did get 2 in the Obama era. They did. Lakers most mentally strong franchise. They won after 9/11 and the COVID pandemic. It's a good way of putting it too. I didn't realize that they did the 2 disasters. Didn't realize that. Me and Jeff love y'all to the end. Facts, man. Facts. We love y'all even more if you get this like count up, man. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Keo says, Ja and them schmucks running their mouths over a November game. Imagine that. That's just what they do, though. That's just what they do. If you want the finest in Lakers content and breaking news, you have come to the right place. Talk to them, search. Tell a friend that it's Jeff and them again, and to pull up, man. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter X as well. I see y'all, man. Drop a like on the post, repost the post, man. Most unathletic backcourt I've ever seen. It's pretty bad. They cannot defend at all, or just really no athleticism whatsoever. We should have moved Austin when we had the chance. They could still move Austin if they wanted to. Gemini says, definitely a challenge for JJ to figure this out as the coach. Injuries with Vando and Woods definitely exposed the bench a bit. Got to turn it around and find a way again soon. Yeah, what's going on, Gemini? Yeah, man. Easier said than done, though. That's the thing, man. And he's already getting frustrated. He's already getting feisty, getting a little sassy there at the table, at the podium. He's got to chill a little bit. He's got to chill. Lucky eats cables like beef jerky. He does, man. Lucky is a fool. You have to bring in an athletic 2-way guard. Yep. Empire Jeff, how about the Lakers try to get Dennis back, Cam Johnson, and Walker Kessler? I think those 3 can solve the Lakers' problems. If I'm the Lakers, I try to send out more players than I'm taking in, free up a roster spot from a guard perspective. Here's the thing. Everyone has been talking about Lonnie Walker forever, like he's a savior. I disagree with that. The Lonnie Walker game in the playoffs is not going to be the Lonnie Walker you get every night. Lonnie Walker got a minimum contract after the Lakers let him walk, and he got an Exhibit 10 contract after that with the Celtics, and then got let go prior to the season and had to go overseas, right? So at the end of the day, I like Lonnie Walker, but he's not a savior. But if you have Lonnie Walker on your bench, that adds some depth, right? So if you free up a guard spot and you get someone like if you bring a Dennis back, a Lonnie Walker like type, or a Sexton with a Kessler would be ideal, right? But all these guys can do things that this team needs. Lonnie Walker can get and create his own shot. He can run the floor. He's not a great defender, and like I said, he can play on this team. He's not a savior, but right now over what Gabe Vincent is giving us, even though I'm not a hater of Gabe, we probably take that, right? So if you can make a move where you send out, 4 guys and bring back 2, or you send back 3 guys and bring back 2, or you send out 4 guys and bring back 3, open up a spot. Give yourself some flexibility here, man. Max needs to work on his handle. Absolutely. I would get Dennis back and Kessler. Like I said, I would go for Kessler, but it has to be at the right price. I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for Kessler. There's no way in hell, man. Ronton, what's going on? Ronton, peace to you, Brody. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're doing well. There's a thin line between nuts and genius. This is facts, man. That's why there's me and a bunch of nuts people, right? No, I'm just kidding. Gemini says, what's the biggest surprise in the NBA right now? The Cavs undefeated or the Bucks 1-6? To be honest, I think OKC going undefeated, even with their guys out. I think, coming in with all those expectations of being the number 1 seed last year, it'd be easy for them to kind of slip out the gate, be feeling themselves a little bit. Them starting out undefeated when they started out 6-0 was a bit of a surprise to me. But if I had to guess, I would say the Bucks starting out 1-6. I did not have that. Did not have that coming, man. We in the building. Yeah, man. See you, Ron Tom. Appreciate you, brother. 100 free memberships if the Lakers win 5 in a row. Surge. Don't put that on search, man. Don't put that on search, man. But I will put this on you guys. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Let's see. Ronton says, just hire Bob Myers for peeps' sakes. Yeah, I mean, he's out there. I was hoping that you got this ownership struggle going on in Minnesota, and Tim Connolly kind of reworked his deal to get up, slight extension there to see that through. He'd be the guy I really would like to get, man, because he turned around 2 franchises, and I would really like Tim Connolly in that role. But he's not available right now, so Bob Myers. I think Bob Myers sometimes gets a little bit too much credit for the Warriors. You had Jerry West there. You had Steph and them that went out and got Durant. That wasn't Bob Myers. He did do good work there, but I think people felt like he built that whole thing up, and he didn't, So he didn't mess it up per se. But what I'm saying is he wasn't the guy that got Durant. Steph spraining in his ankles all those times, not getting a max his first time around, was the perfect storm for them to be able to sign KD. That wasn't because of Myers. Me and Jeff value a lot your support and time. Oh, facts. LeBron will it stand for the 3rd highest usage? He will not. I don't think so either. I keep telling you guys that these guys, people say, well, LeBron let him play 15 minutes a game. No, because he cares about his averages. He cares about that. He wants to, keep his averages where they are. And that's a real thing. Sorry, Jeff. I meant all time. The Dodgers beat the Yankees in 81. And it was gotcha. But it's all right. Lakers will bounce back. I hope Rob Pelinka saw this and needs a trade. I don't know if they're going to bounce back to where people want, though. Ja's a little too out to prove he's the man in the 90s. Someone would have decked him already. Yeah, Ja just, I can't believe I used to root for that kid, man. And now he's just ignorant. He's just stupid. He's just doing way too much out there. Damn, the spin play Ja had yesterday was amazing. Ja is amazing. He's freakishly athletic and incredible. But to be honest, it's just everything else he does just is kind of standoffish to me, man. I need a second mod. Okay, yeah, we'll talk, Search. We'll talk. Definitely need another one on here. Yeah, everyone stopped showing up. So I was like, I'm just gonna clear the deck and we'll go from there. But the mods, JSJ, Kurt, they just weren't around. So I just wiped it all out except for Search. Let's see. Ja's amazing talent. He's just to check some of his attitude. Yeah. Lonnie Walker, yep, he's playing overseas, I think in China. No, I think it was Lithuania, unless I'm tripping. Roy Estrada, what's going on, Roy? What's going on, sir? Empire Jeff, thank the Lord for the 2024 World Series champion Dodgers. Lakers are an embarrassment, and we can't talk smack to opposing teams. Jeff, you know my sentiments on Lakers. Yeah, man. But Roy is one of these guys riding with me the whole Dodger season, man. So appreciate you, Roy. And I feel you, man. I kind of right there with you. If Reeves wasn't the great white hype, he would have been they would have been traded. Well, yeah, Reeves kind of gets a bad end, kind of like the bad end of the stick there on both, kind of because of the race card and all the other things, right? I think on both sides of it. I think there's some people value him too high because he's white, and I feel there's people that hate on him because he's white, right? So I think he gets it's a double-edged sword there for him. I will say this. Reeves is a very solid player who is making pretty fair money for what he does. I don't think he's overpaid. I just think he's overvalued, and to a point where I think guys are out there talking like all-star level or this and that. No, he's a pretty good role player, but Austin Reeves has to be like your fifth best player, for a fourth or fifth best player on your team. He can't be your third or fourth best player, fifth or sixth, third or fourth. It's not going to work. He was the third best player on an Olympic team. They were trash. He was the third best player on a Laker team. They got swept in the first round. So Austin Reeves has to be your fifth or sixth best player, and you have a pretty decent team. If he's third, you're in trouble. I will search currently. I'm a little busy. Let's see what happens. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So we'll talk with Search. Search will talk with me. We'll go from there. Bye guys. I have to work now. Appreciate you, Mr. Draymond Green. Appreciate you. Can we still get Buddy Hield? Oh, wait, he's cooking in the Bay Area. I wishes you all the Lakers fans you will win against the 76ers on Friday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. So the code. Oh, do I have my wallet on me? Do I have it? I never have my wallet on me. The Code118 Wallets, man. Incredible wallets. Like the link is in the description. I think Search puts it in the chat as well. One of the other companies that I partnered with, they're a friend of the show. They watch the show. They're great guys. Incredible wallet, y'all. Code118 Wallets. Really, really good quality, minimalist wallet, RFID protection. It's got different modules you can add to it. Backplates. It's got GPS trackers, so you won't lose your wallet. You know where it is. You can alert it. You can ping it. Absolutely great product. The best wallet I've ever had. I love it. I've got several of them in different colors. Head on over to Code118 Wallets. The link is in the description. Search will probably put it in the chat as well. If you use our link because we've partnered with them, you get 15% off their already great price. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You will buy multiple modules. You will add things to this thing. Incredible wallet. Step your wallet game up. They're dope. Trust me. Get them. I love them. You guys will love them too. Appreciate you, Search. I know Search got his, and here is the link here to shop Code118 Wallets. Use this link only because this is where you get your 15% off. Shipping is quick. I'm telling you, prime products. I'm talking about prime product. Like this is a really good wallet. I'm not just telling you that. When I got mine, I was like, oh, this is dope, man. When they sent me one, I was like, I'm definitely. And they're like, yeah, well, they took care of me, and then they gave me this promo code here to take care of you guys. This isn't just, someone I'm doing like business with just for an affiliate. I love these wallets. And they're really good people, man. So go ahead and get your Code118 wallet. Use our link. You will not be disappointed. Get them for Christmas. Give them to someone at Thanksgiving. You're going to like these wallets, man. See you later, Mr. Draymond. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, that's right. But the Warriors before Durant was a good, well-balanced team. No, they were, but he didn't build that in like that entire team. I guess is what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is like Jerry West was a big part of that too, right? So I'm not diminishing Bob Myers. I just think the illusion that people have of Bob Myers is bigger than what his contribution actually was. Is all I'm saying. Let's see. Yeah, this is Red Zone, Jeff. Just my new handle. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But now you're a member, man. So you could check out these member only videos, man, which I'm gonna have coming. So doesn't look like we're gonna get the 50 Search. We tried, man. We tried. We'll have to do that next time. Let's see. Blessings, Search. Thanks for the membership. Yeah, thank you to Search, man. He's been incredible. Let's see. I don't know what he's talking about. If Reeves could play some defense, then I'd see him being untouchable. He's not untouchable. I think people are like, they weren't shopping him or looking to just get rid of him because his contract value is good. He's a good player. He's not untouchable. They're just not going to give him away, right? Like a guy that can do what he does at that money, it's hard to replace that, right? So they would trade Austin. It just has to be for the right move. Yeah, it's definitely dope wallet. Search. The thing's incredible. Let's see. Defense is half the sport. How can you suck at half the sport and be untouchable? You're right. What's going on, Kane? Reeves isn't as bad on defense, to be honest. I think the issue is he plays with D'Lo. Yeah, I want to see Reeves next to a two-way point guard like he said, like Ayo, and get AD a real backup big man. So it's like look at what DeJounte Murray looked like playing next to Trae Young, right? Unless my brain isn't computing. If I'm tired, I don't. Who do you mean by AO? I don't. This is probably just like a brain fart. And I'm probably like, oh, I'm stupid as soon as you say it. It's not registering for some reason. But yeah, if you put when you put DeJounte Murray in the backcourt with Trae Young, all of a sudden DeJounte Murray didn't look like the same. Didn't look like the same player. Right. So oh yeah, I see what you mean, Kane. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you're right. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. You're right. I told you I was gonna have a brain fart. Like, let's see. But I think it's similar to the DeJounte Murray and Trae Young situation. I think if you had Reeves playing in the backcourt, because here's the thing, Reeves actually will compete. He will try. He just doesn't have the physical abilities. But if you got a guy over there that can help, and you got a 1 and a 3 that can defend, then Austin can become more of a team defender, and he can be much better at that. Reeves can't stop no quick guards. A lot of guys can't in today's league. He gets cooked by anyone with speed. Some players need the ball in their hand, otherwise they are diminished. Yeah, a lot of guys in the league. It's like the old additive of guys who catch and shoot versus guys who put the ball on the floor, get a dribble for rhythm and then shoot. It's kind of like the same thing. Guys just, certain guys are rhythm guys. Got to have the ball in their hands, and some can create without it. In your eyes, what do you think about Rui? You think he has a motor issue? I just think Rui is just overrated. I think Rui's a decent player off the bench, but if he's your starter, he's not a good defender, and even worse team defender. I think people just overvalue Rui, to be honest with you. But on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the night. Lakers, embarrassing loss tonight, 131-114. Even though they didn't have Anthony Davis, LeBron gave it all he could to keep him in the game, scoring 39 points, but he was a minus 21 for the game. Lakers got to get it back together on Friday against Philly. Hope to get a win and get back on track. But the moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, is that this team is this team. It's the same team as last year. You took away Darvin, you inserted JJ. A lot of the same issues still exist. Front office and JJ need to do something. I don't know what. They got to do something to improve this team as soon as possible. But I appreciate you, Darren. Thank you so much for your super chat. Search, thank you so much for giving out those 5 memberships, man. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. We did not get to the 50 likes to get the 10 members given out. Maybe on the next stream we'll get there, guys. So appreciate you guys. Make sure to tap those links in the description. Check out our Fanatics link to get all your gear at Fanatics. Code118 Wallets. Make sure to check us out on Playback. Playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. I'll be doing games again soon now that I'm back in the basketball rhythm here. But Search, appreciate you. You're the best in the business. Thank you, guys. I will catch you guys most likely tomorrow. Hopefully the Lakers start to figure things out come Friday. And I'm still celebrating this Dodger championship, man. So shout out to you guys. You guys have a good rest of your night. Have a great Thursday. Catch you guys tomorrow. Once again, Search, you're the best in the business. Love you, brother. I'm out of here.